Hey y'all, I'm Lucid, and this is going to be a gearing guide to take you from your MSQ gear up to a casual best in slot at level 80. This is going to be a one-size-fits-all approach and not actually min-maxed, but it will set you up perfectly for clearing in-game content and for Endwalker. At time of feeling, we are in patch 5.59, and I believe this guide should be relevant all the way through Endwalker releases. If anything changes, check out the pinned comments below, and also spoiler warning for locations, NPC, and in-game activities for Shadowbringers, as you'll need to complete the base Shadowbringers game 5.0 to actually get good gear for this. But without further ado, let's jump in. When you hit 80, you should buy the high quality item level 510 X-Archic gear from the market board. This is going to be expensive, but it is the simplest way to get in-game ready gear while you farm your best in slot pieces, which will take a long time. For those new to MMOs, best in slot means the best item for each slot on your character sheet, or BIS for short. For armor and accessories, your best in slot items are item level 530. For your weapon, you will want the fully upgraded resistance relic weapon, which is item level 535. Now, getting that relic weapon is going to be a huge task in of itself. Check out AhkMorning Relic Weapon Guide link in the description below for details on how to get it. If you don't have the guild to buy equipment, there is another way. You can earn Tomestones of Allegory and Revelation and trade them in for gear. You will spend these Tomestones in Yulmore with the NPC AhkMorning Tomestone Exchange. The Allegory will get you item level 490 Crystarium gear, and the Revelation will give you the Crypt Lurker item level 520 gear. Use this combination of Tomestone Gear to fill up all of your slots. And bonus, the Crypt Lurker gear you will eventually upgrade into your best in slot items. You can earn Tomestones of Revelation and Allegory from level 80 instances, Shadowbringers hunts, and doing daily roulettes with a level 80 character. As of this guide, you are limited to earning 900 Tomestones of Revelation per week. Now on to getting your best in slot items. The first step is to acquire the item level 520 Crypt Lurker Tomestone Gear. Because you are limited on how many Tomestones of Revelation you can get each week, this will take you some time to do. Back in Yulmore, talk to the NPC AhkMorning Tomestones Exchange, then click on the Allegan Tomestone of Revelation, either Disciple of War or Magic. In the new window, you can filter to your class from the drop-down menu. The tabs at the top will let you switch between armor and accessories. After you get a piece of your item level 520 gear, you can upgrade it to the item level 530 Augmented Crypt Lurker gear. To do this, you'll need 3 coins from the level 80 Alliance raids. These are the Neir crossover raids, and if you don't have these unlocked, there's a link below in the description to the starting quest. When you complete the copied factory Alliance raid, you will get a manufactured coin. Completing the Puppets Bunker Alliance raid gets you a Puppets coin, and finally the tower at Paradigm's Breach gets you a Breach coin. As of patch 5.59, you can do these as much as you want and get all of the coins you need. You will need a full set, as one of each coin, to upgrade a piece of equipment. The coins will automatically be put into your inventory upon clearing the instance, which means you don't have to roll for it, you just get it. Once you have these coins, you can trade them into Father Token Exchange to get the upgrade materials that you need. The 2 you want are the Equipped Twine and the Crypt Dusting. The Twine is for your armor, except for the belt slot, and the Dusting is for your accessories. and the belt. Once you have the items you need, take them to Shoutout Gear Exchange. Here you can trade your item level 520 Crypt Lurker gear and one of the crypt items and get back a 530 version. You may have noticed you can also upgrade a Crypt Lurker weapon here to a 530 version. I wouldn't recommend getting this weapon at all because even at 530 it still isn't as good as your final Relic weapon, and it'll cost you an additional 1,000 tomes of Revelation to get just the base. I don't think it's worth your time. If you want to, of course, go for it.
Okay, so we need to talk about your rings. It turns out the game only lets you have one Crypt Lurker ring per roll because they're unique. Then the question becomes, what other rings do we wear? The answer for the casual player is going to be an Augmented Exarchic ring. This is a crafted Exarchic ring that we are upgrading from eye level 510 to eye level 520. To do this, you first have to craft or buy the ring from the market board. Make sure you get a high quality version of the ring. Once you have the ring, go back to Yulmore and talk to the NPC Tomestone Gear Exchange. This NPC lets you exchange your Exarchic gear for certificates. You can then use the certificates to get Augmented Gear. There's a catch. You also need a number of Crystalline Rain, an item that this NPC sells for 100 Allegory Tomestones each. For the ring, we need 2 Crystalline Rain. After speaking to Hilison, click on Rain Exchange. The top option is the Crystalline Rain we need. Buy 2 of them. Next, talk to her again and click on Earn Yulmoren Certificates of Grandeur HQ. On the next window, select the Accessories option. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list to get to the ring section. If you have other sets of crafted gear, you will need to be careful here so you don't trade in the wrong item. In this example, I have 2 different rings, one of healing and one of casting. For this example, I want to trade in my ring of casting to get 21 certificates in exchange. You always get the exact number of certificates you need so you don't have to trade in multiple. Once you have both the rain and the certificates, talk to her one last time. Select the Purchase Augmented Exarchic Equipment, then choose the Accessories option. Use the drop-down menu to filter to your class, and then select the ring you want to exchange for.
For Materia, I recommend going to the site SilentHeartbeat.com. At the top of the site, click on the combat jobs and then choose whichever job you're using. On the right hand side of the new screen, you'll see the meld priority, and underneath it you'll see a best in slot section. Click one of the links and it'll open up a new site called etro.gg. This site can be used to save gear sets and then share them with other people. Each item will have materia set to it. Just follow what the site says and you'll be golden. There are many ways of getting the materia you need. For me, the simplest way is with the cracked stellar clusters. You can get these from doing your leveling and alliance raid roulettes. Once you have them, you can trade them into Theix, the materia vendor in Yulmore, for the materia of your choice. Then, to their right, you will see the materia melder. You can use this NPC to meld or put the materia into your gear. Of course, you can do this yourself if you have high enough crafter levels. You may notice that some of the gear used on etro.gg are the Endgame gear. This gear is obtained from Savage raids, which we are skipping. This is the reason that we are mostly best in slot. That being said, you can still follow these gear sets for the Materia melds. For the other classes that you do not want to take into extreme or savage content, you have a choice. Either you can try to get their best in slot gear as well, or you can get something good enough. For me, good enough is to buy a eye level 510 crafted weapon and use your Tomestones of Allegory to get 490 gear. This will allow you to avoid spending gil on all of that crafted armor again. And then from there, if you enjoy the class, you can run the newest dungeons, raids, whatever content's out to get the upgrades you need to bump it up. Gearing at 80 was really confusing for me as there were many options and ways of getting gear, but not all of them led to the best gear. So let me know if this guide helped you and what guide you would like to see next. Also, if you want to chat with me, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting around 6 o'clock Central. And lastly, always remember that you matter.